Imagine flushing billions down the drain in a blink. That's not just a bad day, it's one for the history books. Welcome to our journey through the top 10 most expensive mistakes in history. These aren't just oops moments. They're colossal blunders that changed the course of companies, countries, and even the planet. Stay with us as we count down these jaw-dropping mishaps. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and join us on more thrilling explorations through history's wildest missteps. Ready? Let's unravel these monumental mistakes. Number 10. The sinking submarines. Here's a classic oops moment with a decimal point. This tiny slip-up made the submarine a behemoth, a whopping 100 tons overweight. Can you picture it? A submarine that can dive but can't come back up. Nightmare material, right? They realized this blunder before it hit the water, thankfully, but fixing it? No easy feat. They had to stretch the sub like a limo to even out that extra weight. But then bam! Another twist, it became too long for its own home port. From an underwater flop to an oversized monster, this was one costly decimal dilemma. Number 9. New Coke's fizzle dream. Coke, a century-old favorite, tries to beat Pepsi by tweaking its secret recipe. But folks, people weren't having it. They wanted their old Coke, not this new imposter. This switcheroo was like turning a loved classic into a flavor flop. Coke thought making their drink sweeter, more Pepsi-like, was smart. Nope, it turned out to be a marketing nightmare. The takeaway? Messing with a beloved classic can backfire big time. New Coke became the poster child for don't fix what's not broken. Classic Coke. It came back by popular demand, proving sometimes the original is unbeatable. Number 8. Ronald Waynes' $90 billion oversight. At 8, it's Ronald Waynes' jaw-dropping miss. Imagine being in on the ground floor of Apple, tech giant holding a golden ticket, a 10% stake. But here's the shocker, Wayne sold his share for just $800. Fast forward, and that stake today, over a whopping $90 billion. That's like tossing a treasure chest into the ocean. His decision, a mix of caution and doubt, turned out to be one of history's costliest second guesses. Wayne's leap out of Apple shows the high stakes of risk and reward. Sometimes, holding on, even amidst uncertainty, can lead to unimaginable fortunes. A true tale of a missed opportunity that could have changed a life forever. Number 7. France's train trouble. France orders 2,000 state-of-the-art trains, sleek, fast, the works. But hold on, there's a twist. These shiny new trains were too plump for the platforms. A measuring mix-up, and now you've got trains that can't have the platforms. The fix? A whopping $60 million to shave and widen platforms across the country. It's like splurging on a flashy sports car, only to find it won't squeeze into your garage. This train tale is a classic example of a tiny oversight snowballing into a mega headache. Measuring twice and cutting once never sounded wiser, especially when millions are on the line. Number 6. Quaker's sour Snapple deal. In the early 90s, Quaker Oats, yes, the oatmeal folks, decided to dive headfirst into the beverage biz. They set their sights on Snapple, a rising star in drinks, known for its quirky ads and unique flavors. Quaker shelled out a jaw-dropping $1.7 billion to snap up Snapple, thinking they'd hit the jackpot. But here's the twist, they couldn't blend their corporate style with Snapple's cool vibe. Sales plummeted. In just 3 years, Quaker had to offload Snapple for a measly $300 million. Ouch, right? It's like betting big on a racehorse that turns out to prefer leisurely strolls. Number 5. Star Wars merchandise mishap. Back in the mid-70s, nobody, and I mean nobody, could have predicted how huge Star Wars would become. So when George Lucas, the mastermind behind this galaxy far, far away, struck a deal with Fox, they missed the starship on merchandise rights. Lucas snagged the licensing deal, which meant he got the dough from all the toys, t-shirts, and even bed sheets with Darth Vader's face on them. And boy, did that merchandise sell like hotcakes. Fox, on the other hand, missed out on billions. Number 4. Russia's sale of Alaska. 1867. Tsarist Russia is cash-strapped and worried about losing Alaska in a potential war. So what do? They sell it to the young United States for a bargain price of $7.2 million. That's about 2 cents an acre. Fast forward and Alaska turns out to be a treasure trove. Oil, gold, you name it. It's like selling a mansion for the price of a tent. The US lucked out big time, gaining a strategic spot and a wealth of resources. Russia's hasty sale, driven by financial woes and geopolitical fears, is now seen as one of the greatest bargains in history. Number 3. AOL and Time Warner's ill-fated merger. In 2000, internet stocks soaring high, and AOL, the king of dial-up internet, decides to join forces with media giant Time Warner. The price tag? A staggering $182 billion. It was like the digital world marrying Hollywood, a match made in corporate heaven. Also, it seemed. But soon, reality bit hard. The dot-com bubble burst, and with it, the value of this mega merger plummeted. The culture clash between AOL's tech-driven mindset and Time Warner's media roots turned collaboration into a tug-of-war. In just a few years, this dream deal turned sour, unraveling into one of the most infamous corporate breakups. Number 2. Apollo 13's near disaster. This wasn't just any space mission. It was NASA's third attempt to land men on the moon. But disaster struck when an oxygen tank, damaged during pre-launch testing, malfunctioned. Imagine this: you're more than 200,000 miles from Earth, in a spacecraft now a ticking time bomb. The explosion crippled the service module, and the astronauts' only hope was the lunar module, a lifeboat in the vastness of space. With ingenuity and sheer will, the crew, led by Commander Jim Lovell, managed to loop around the moon and make a safe, albeit hair-raising, return to Earth. This incredible story of survival is a testament to human resilience and the critical importance of meticulous attention to detail in space exploration. Number 1. Chernobyl's nuclear catastrophe. Topping our list is the most devastating peacetime nuclear disaster in history, Chernobyl. The year was 1986, and the Soviet Union was a powerhouse of nuclear energy. But beneath the surface, a fatal combination of human errors and flawed reactor design was simmering. During a late-night safety test, operators made critical mistakes, exacerbated by a reactor design that was fundamentally flawed and unforgiving. The result? An explosion that released 400 times more radioactive material than the Hiroshima bomb. The immediate aftermath was horrific, but the long-term effects were even more far-reaching, with radioactive fallout spreading across Europe. The disaster was a wake-up call on the global stage, highlighting the dire consequences of cutting corners in nuclear safety and the catastrophic impact of poor decision-making in high-stakes environments. We journey through history's costliest errors, from sunken submarines to space missions gone awry. Did any of these mistakes surprise you? Share your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating dives into history's most intriguing moments.